Thank you.
Car says Woody. We're not sure who Woody is. Is that you?
No, that's not me. That's Jim Wood. He used to race at Sharon and Raceway 7 and Erie's.
You guys drive these cars very often as tributes to some of the guys who used to race them. Great performance, Chris Ketch. Talk about that race and racing on this enormous track.
Well, I came here 2 years ago and fell in love with this place. And I was hoping to be back here again tonight. It was almost not going to happen. I saw the X3. He's wicked fast. And I saw him twice, and I just like, it's time to go. This is where I earn my money.
So you guys are out here to have fun, but you're certainly not putting on an exhibition. You guys race.
Yeah, I race Pennsylvania, New York, and even into Canada, and all over we race, but these guys come to race. Ain't no bones about it.
Talk about some of the people that help you on the car, or you guys pretty much one-man bands?
I myself am a one-man band. Every once in a while I'll snag one of my buddies to come give me a hand. I've worked on all their cars. They can come help me for 10, 15 minutes one night.
Now, we see a lot of actually not graphics on the car, but literally painting on the car, like the good old way it was done before. Are these your sponsors, or are these the Wood sponsors?
I found this car 2 years ago. The white and the yellow was all original. I just had my buddy touch up the hand lettering. Other than that, ain't no paint done on this car.
Hand lettering, truly vintage. Chris Ketch, congratulations. We're going to go talk to Jim Kirkwood, who is... Talk about the race. You unfortunately fell out pretty quick, but let's talk about the rest of your guys. Chris, of course, we'll talk to Les here in a second and his legacy. Again, big track. You guys have been here before. You talked to me earlier about how cooperative the guys at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway are. How do you like coming here?
Oh, we love coming here. Every year, Matt is the first track. Matt Molly is the first guys to ever contact us, and we set a whole season around him. The guys love coming here. We've got pretty hot sort of 8 or 9 cars there that, boy, you can throw a blanket over them. You saw the finish tonight. And, yeah, we seem to do that every week. So, yeah, we just love coming here, the big open spaces, and we hope you guys appreciate it because we really love it, putting the show on for you guys.
Gentlemen over here to your right, I'm going to have you introduce him to everybody. 50 years in racing, you told me. Jim Kirkwood, let's introduce your special guest here.
Yeah, actually, you'd think he's been racing for 100 years the way the guy goes, but Les Myers has been around for a long, long time. He's been on top for a long, long time, and boy, we're trying to bring him back a peg, but it's tough. But yeah, Les Myers is kind of like one of the stalwarts of our class, and we love the guy to death. He's pretty tough to beat, but it's really good to see young Ketchy beat him tonight.
So we're going to talk to Les Myers here. Well, that's a pretty big lead-in. You better live up to that introduction.
Yeah, Jim gives me a lot more credit than I deserve.
50 years in racing, and now you're racing these things. We looked at the starting lineup. They ditch you all the way in the back of the field, and yet you slice through everything. You make it look easy.
Well, after 50 years, you got to learn something, you know. And I've been lucky, real lucky. Been placing real well. This young fella here, he did a hell of a job tonight. I caught him, I couldn't pass him.
Racing 50 years, you've raced on big tracks, small tracks. Talk about your experience here tonight. Clearly, it was to your liking coming up through the field like you did.
Oh yeah, that's always fun. My car wasn't quite right. I had a little bit too hard a rubber on, I think, and I was ringing it pretty good, but overall, it worked pretty fair.
So you went from last to second, and your car wasn't right. What would happen if your car was right? Would you have lapped the field?
Well, I would have liked to. I don't know. I changed gears just before we come out. I might have put a little too much in it. Tires a little bit hard. They give me a 50-yard back penalty, you know, but that's no problem because you got a good run on them when you're coming, you know.
Les Myers, 50 years in racing, runner-up from the last position. Thank you, Les. Congratulations. Jim, I want you to introduce one more fellow for us.
Our sportsman winner tonight is Brian Stivenson.
Brian Stivenson. Oh, there we go. And let's talk about your car. Let's talk about racing at a big track like this. You guys are having a ball out here, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. This was probably the fastest I've ever gone. I ran here a couple times before, but the car wasn't running right, so I didn't really get to run like I wanted to. But tonight, it was definitely fast. And I run Lernerville every week in a stock car, so the speeds are completely different. And these modifieds are a lot different than stock cars, so it's a lot of fun.
So talk about, again, you talk about this is the fastest you've gone. You run Lernerville normally, that's 4/10. You've been here a time or two. So like taking these things on the big track?
It's different. You know, you got to be in the throttle. If you're not in the throttle too much, the car's not going to set right, and it's going to upset in the corners. So that's one thing I learned tonight. But it's a lot of fun racing with these guys in the vintage modifieds.
Mr. Stivenson, Mr. Myers, Mr. Ketch, how about 3, 2, and 1 for the Pennsylvania Vintage Dirt Modified. Thank you for coming to Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Everybody else, we want to invite you back tomorrow. Next Saturday night, the 15th of August, as we present the Red Miley Memorial.